What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Girl You Know What Podcast, Episode 5, Season 5, and I am Danielle.
Hey, I'm Kisha.
So we just had a huge venting session before.
Oh, my God.
So, and I say that to say this, if we get a little heated, it's just because we're, already on 50, so, 50, yeah, so we're not at 100 yet, but we're halfway there, so,
my God, we is on 50. I'm on 65.
Okay.
Like, this shit crazy, I tell you, but it's life.
Yeah. So,
whatever.
So we got some good topics today then.
And if y'all think we really be giving our opinion, you should really hear the stuff we don't say. Listen,
we really try to keep it cute.
Who would think it would be more intense than what we say here?
Right.
You should hear the things that we talk about before we get on air.
Girl.
My God, it's terrible.
Woo.
But I got my little list here.
Okay. So we just gonna flow with it. That's it. We just gonna roll.
Real Housewives.
Girl. So what do you think? Okay, so first off, Kandi said that she confirmed it on the red carpet of the Grammys that she is leaving the Real Housewives of Atlanta. What do you think about that?
Thank Jesus.
Thank
Jesus. Little tight teeth. We've been waiting for you to get off.
Child. Now let's keep it real. Okay, I know what it's done for her and her family. It's put Kandi back on the map and everything. Because even though she was still working, she was still a working girl and everything before she joined Real Housewives. This put her on the map, like on a public space, like a more open. So, but what other than that did she bring to the show? Except for something just for her. What did Kandi really bring to the show? I was sitting there really trying to think. No, nothing.
She advanced her own career.
That was it.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. And really, she really wasn't shit without Nene.
No.
Because that's where the confrontations were with her and Lenithia.
Yep.
So they kind of propped Kandi up. And listen, now that we just talking about this, it just popped into my head.
Mm-hmm.
They have a tendency to prop up these. Now, Kandi is a boss, so this gonna sound weird when I say this.
Right.
But to prop up these fake boss babes. Because Kandi, I know that people are like, oh, well, she got this business, she got that business, she got that. But, she ain't really, it's nothing about her. And I don't mean no disrespect. That's spectacular. Nothing.
Right.
There's nothing about her that makes you feel like, oh, I want to be like her.
Mm-hmm.
Other than her being in the state.
Yeah.
And now the group is in shambles.
Listen.
It's nothing about her that's really nothing. That's nothing. I used to call her thick throat.
Yeah, girl. You used to give her hell.
It's nothing about her. And I'm talking about from Real Housewives perspective.
Right. Yeah.
There's nothing about her that's like, let's go back to season 1, episode 1.
Okay.
We didn't know Deshawn, but Deshawn had a grand home. Like she was doing something grand.
Right.
We didn't know Lisa, but we knew Lisa was married to a former, he was in the NFL.
Yeah, he was still playing. I think he was going through an injury. Yeah.
Player. And she was closing big real estate deals with Jazzy Faye and, people in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
And then we learned that she was Keith Sweat's ex-wife.
Right.
So, okay, there's a little something there. Nene and Kim were dynamite.
Yes.
I don't care how many times they argued. I don't care.
Mm-mm.
How many times they stopped speaking and then started speaking again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's pretty much, what's that little thing they say? Name a better duo, I'll wait.
Okay.
They were dynamite.
Kim and Nene.
And baby Sheree was living in a delusion that we all love to laugh at every week. So, I mean, they had a great cast.
Yes.
It was wonderful. But what I think the housewives have gotten away from is picking women we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You need to find some women who we have no clue who they are.
Right.
And let them be famous through the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm telling you, that's when they start messing the show up.
Yeah.
When they started picking famous people and they started flying people in, it destroyed the franchise.
Yeah, that's when it started going downhill, like seriously.
And that's why it's in the state that it's in.
Mm-hmm.
That is why it's in the state that it's in. First, it was Kandi, because Kandi was what, season 2 or 3?
I think she was 2, yeah, because I think she came in when Deshaun left. She basically took her place.
So there it was Kandi. And then came Kenya. And I'm going to tell you, yes, Kenya, people may think that Kenya makes for great TV. I get it. But it's not really the character that she plays. It was the way she was brought in that I have a problem with.
Yeah, because I mean, they even said like she didn't live in Atlanta. Everybody knew that she lived in LA. So it was like, that was the first thing that it was just like, why are y'all flying people in now?
Like she specifically came to town to be on the show.
Then had a rent a boyfriend. So it was just like, really?
Listen.
She didn't even know that dude. I can't remember his name.
We talking about the Walter. Was that his name?
Walter. Yep, Walter. I couldn't even think of his name. Yep, that was him. They were just cool.
Okay. So Walter liked dark skinned women though. Walter probably liked Kenya.
I'm sure he did.
Phaedra. Because I'm gonna tell you, I follow a girl who owned a salon suite in Atlanta, and I've been following her for years on the Instagram, as the old people say.
Come on the Instagram.
And Walter, listen, you talking about a trick master? Baby, Walter was kicking that girl down everything her heart could desire.
Ciao.
Now they broke up now, but listen, they was going together for a long. And I kept saying, dang, she got a man. Who is her man? Like, you know how we be nosy when we be watching people live their best life. And I'm like, dang, she is beautiful. Her hair be beautiful. Her clothes, she's gorgeous. And I'm like, who is this girl, man? It was Walter.
See?
I said, hell no, Walter, that's you. I can see you. They all in type of pictures and videos. I said, dang, Walter, you done got you a little shit.
Okay.
Child. But they say Walter's a trick now. Walter might be girls in Atlanta.
Oh, I'm sure. Because, I mean, there was some way him and Kenya hooked up, because we can give Kenya the blues all we want to, but Kenya had a name. Even if you didn't, like, she didn't have a big career, but people knew who Kenya Moore was. Yeah, and
I really think, I mean, I know people don't, that you're supposed to be able to be 100% transparent, and that's what people's biggest problem with Robin is right now.
Yeah.
You have to be transparent, but there are some things that Kenya was trying to hide.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure she did not want to be brought to the light of day.
Right.
And I think she should have left. Kenya should have left many seasons ago. Honestly. She should have been gone already. But I'm glad Thick Throat gone.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish her the best. Her and them damn fried deviled eggs or whatever that mess is they feeding people over at the OLG.
Child, listen. And everybody I know that goes there now, they don't even go anymore, because they say everything has gone downhill. They just said it's just bad now. So y'all better get that together. Y'all be shutting another business down.
Did they close the steakhouse, Blaze? Did they close that?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, what did Don say? This might be something that Todd. Good job. Kenny and Todd, are y'all gonna survive not being able to be looked at on camera?
Listen, that's gonna be the thing right there. He ain't gonna like that.
Man, Todd probably gonna be in New York.
He's gonna be in New York. He's gonna be trying to get a spinoff somewhere.
Build him another little life.
Listen,
he's gonna be somewhere else.
Okay, so with Kandi leaving, now they're trying to say that Nene, Porsha, and Phaedra are coming back.
I pray to God, please restore the order.
Listen,
because this mess y'all are doing. Cynthia gone, right?
Yeah. She's been gone a couple seasons, I think. I haven't watched it, so
They
I
need to
had to
get
think
Tanya
about that.
Richards Ross off of there.
Oh my gosh. And that's
If
another
she's still there, they
transplant.
need to get her out of there.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but there's nothing interesting about her outside of sport.
No.
Like, she needs to be doing her job, what she's doing, broadcasting the relay races,
Right.
broadcasting for the track and field, because you're a beast out there.
Yes.
But there's nothing interesting about her personality that make you want to know about her life.
No.
What, she got a husband and her and all her family live together? That's cool, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's everyday people doing that. We tuned into the Housewives of Atlanta because they were doing something that we weren't doing.
Right, exactly.
They was living a way that most people were not living. We can say what we want. Sheree's house was huge.
Yeah, it was fabulous. Yeah.
Nene lives at the damn Ritz-Carlton.
I mean, can we just pause right there for a second?
She has a penthouse at the damn Ritz-Carlton.
I mean,
like, that's what we tune in for.
Listen.
Even the house that she had before she moved into the Ritz-Carlton, her house was so nice. I was like, damn, that don't even look like it's in Atlanta.
Yeah,
it looks like it's in California.
That last one that she and Greg moved into.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Like, y'all tripping. Like, we don't want to see Kandi's house.
No.
We don't. Again, go girl. You paid cash for the shit.
Listen,
go, girl.
I ain't mad at that because I wish I could.
We ain't hating, but I'm just saying it's not aesthetically pleasing for TV. Even Kim's townhouse.
Bring Kim back too, because Kim got some shit going on. Bring her back while we at it.
It's crazy though now. I don't think Kim is mentally stable.
No, she's not. No, all that shit that's been going on. You seen them videos of her and Croy? No.
When she started having all them children. What that little girl say? I was watching a video. She said her mother always told her, don't you never have more kids that you can take care of by yourself.
Right.
Because at any time, that man can get up and say he don't want to be a husband. He don't want to be a father.
And it was just a matter of time. She done went through all Croy's little money. Yeah. It's just, ooh.
I don't even know why. Because we do have this big money conversation going on about relationships. And then if that's your thing, that's your thing. But I'm just trying to understand when and where. But Kim, I know someone like Kim. Kim does not have a concept of money.
No.
She doesn't have a understanding of no.
Yeah.
Like all she heard was NFL player. So she just assumed that the money is flowing.
Right.
Without really having an understanding of the contracts, because if these are the people you say you want to date, you need to understand that.
Right. I mean, she could have took note from Lisa. Because remember the first season, her and Deshaun had that episode about, not the episode, but on one of the episodes, they were talking about the NFL contracts versus the NBA contracts. And Lisa was like, their contracts are trash, because they got to play for a certain amount of time to even get a retirement.
Yep.
So it's just like, yeah, she should have, but like you said, all she saw was NFL player. He had a...
Hey, you stupid, because you're white. Let's go get you a baseball player.
Listen.
And you got that look. That blonde hair, you had that look.
Yep.
You could have got you a baseball player.
Child.
You could probably get you a retired player right now.
She went from Big Papa to the DJ chick, DJ Tracy, to Croy. I mean,
listen,
Kim,
I would have went back to Big Papa.
Listen,
I mean, you already done been a side bitch. Go do it again.
Yeah, go do it again. Yeah, I mean, obviously he and his wife had an understanding, so you might as well just go ahead and because you were living it up, girl, when you were with Big Papa, like you said, that condo. I mean, she had the truck.
You didn't pay for nothing.
Nothing.
He paid cash for you. You wrote a check for a fucking Escalade. Brand new.
On TV.
On TV. I mean,
baby.
and then wire that money to your account. You said, can I get it? He said,
He
yeah.
said yes, and all you said was thank you, Papa, and there you go.
Girl, please.
Listen, yeah,
If
she.
I had to do it all over again, I'd be able to. Just look. This shit ain't worth it.
Right.
Just listen. Go out there and do what you want, ladies.
Child, just live your life, honey.
So yeah, you know, that's a good base.
Mhm.
Nene is a good base. Porsha is a good base.
Mhm.
And Phaedra.
Yeah.
And I say that because they are Georgia peaches.
Yes. Mhm.
They have friends that they could feel the show.
Yeah.
They might as well go on and get Gail Lewis. If everybody don't know who Gail Lewis is, she is going through a very high profile divorce
Mhm.
from her husband Gregory, who was rumored to be having an affair with
Child.
LT Hutton's ex-wife. You know who LT Hutton is, don't
Yeah.
you?
Mhm.
Because he be writing them songs with Ashanti. Like
Yep.
he's a super music producer.
Mhm.
LT Hutton's ex-wife and Gail's husband been having an affair for years.
Child.
And Gail done caught them in the airport together.
Yes. Come on.
So if you want to get some shock value, go get Gail.
Okay.
She done told the story all over TikTok. I don't see why she wouldn't get on the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh, she tell more. If she gonna be on TV, she be giving it
And
all
she's
up.
friends with Kandi.
See, there you go.
But the tea is Gail came on there to drag old girl. Come to find out, Gail was his first mistress when he had his first wife.
See?
So y'all be out here trying to spill people tea
Mhm.
and run to social media to try to embarrass somebody. And I don't know why her name has slipped me, because Sabrina, that's her name, Sabrina Hutton. And I follow Sabrina. I've been following Sabrina for years.
Mhm.
And truthfully, I never even, Sabrina is one of those girls too that show pictures but don't really show who she be with.
Mhm.
And the one picture that she does have with Gail's husband, it's like they were on a group golfing trip.
Oh, okay.
It was not them necessarily in a compromising situation.
Right, like they were on a date by themselves or something like that.
They were definitely sitting in that airport lounge. But again, they were out in public. It didn't look romantic. They wasn't getting caught like Curtis, where Curtis was hugged up with the girl at the bar.
Child.
They was just sitting there eating. So Sabrina came to tell her side of the story and said, wait a minute, she trying to throw me under the bus. She was his mistress when he had his last wife.
See?
Put Gail on there.
Listen.
If you want some fire. So we got Gail, we got Nene, we got Porsha, we got Phaedra.
Mm-hmm.
I got one more person to throw in the mix, Kiana Watson.
Okay.
Now, Kiana is also going through a divorce, and these all Atlanta people.
Yeah. See, that's what
Kiana has been a realtor in Atlanta for years. She has lived in Atlanta for years. I think she's originally from like South Carolina, but she's at least been in Atlanta for 15 years.
Right. And if she's doing real estate out there, she has a client base, friends, and everything.
She has a name, and she's already had her own show. Ladies Who List Atlanta. It was on the OWN network.
Yeah. I remember that show. Yeah.
Kiana Watson and her husband going through a divorce. Something else that was brought to social media, where this man done had anywhere from 7 to 10 mistresses.
Damn.
So go on and bring Kiana on out. They done told the story online, so put her on TV.
Put it on Bravo, honey, because we need it.
Let's see her rebuilding her life as a recent divorcee.
Girl.
Because she done had to leave her house and everything. I think she lived downtown in a high-rise now.
Oh.
Yeah, her and Anthony had a huge house.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Beautiful backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful home. Listen, that's all you need is 5 people right there.
That's it. That's how it started.
And those 5 have so many authentic friendships.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you need is them 5. Kiana Watson, Gail Lewis, Porsha, Phaedra, Nene.
You
don't need no more.
No.
And then we can get rid of the riffraff crowd. Because them is 5 grown women. And you can get your base audience back from 30 to 35 to 44.
Right.
To 50. Because Nene's 50.
Mm-hmm.
you can get you a core base of people who watch TV on Sunday night.
Yep.
Who looking for something to watch while their husbands is watching NFL.
Okay.
Like, this is what you need. And 5 well-to-do women.
Because I know my TV used to stay on Bravo on Sunday nights, but now it's on ID Network.
Listen.
Or Oxygen.
What's coming on ID.
Mm-hmm.
But you got, and I mean 5 women who live affluent lives.
Mm-hmm.
Porsha is married to a rich African.
Yep.
Nene is living at the Ritz-Carlton. Tiana's living in a high-rise. Gil Lewis's soon-to-be ex-husband is the CFO at a major Fortune 500 company. He dealing with hundreds of millions of dollars on the books. She got real Birkins.
Okay.
With the crocodile skin.
Yes.
So we know we in the 50s, thousands. She got $50,000 purses.
Right.
$100,000. Handbags. I'm telling y'all, you need real women out there.
Yeah.
Like, this stuff y'all been doing, looking for fights and dramas, and it's going to be some cattiness amongst them 5.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it's always going to be that.
We already know it's going to be some cattiness.
Oh, yeah.
Because anywhere Phaedra is, she going to stir the pot.
Oh, yeah.
She going to stir it. And Lanithia going to speak her mind.
Basically.
And Gail, we know you messy because that move you pulled, we already see what you about. But we need some different women.
Yeah.
It's getting stale. And I don't know why y'all want to, because it almost feels like they were trying to attract younger people.
Mm-hmm. They were. Yeah.
Well, get them a different show.
Right.
Because this show ain't never been about that.
Because you got to look at it like when Real Housewives of Atlanta started, we were like, what, 28, 29? We were approaching 30 when it started.
But they were always older.
Exactly. So they were always older than us. So it's like, we grew up like when we were that age, quite a few of us in our age bracket married, had kids, and even if you weren't, you know what I mean? Like, so you were going to just be attracted to that because you see these women who are old. It's like when we were growing up watching The Real World.
Right.
It was like you saw these older people who were not much older than you, but they were older and they were living their lives. They were, so you were like, oh, I want to do that.
It's like watching your mama, and I can attest to my mother. It's like watching your mama and her friends.
Yeah, yes.
Getting fly and getting dressed.
Yep.
About to hit the town.
Yep.
Like, that's why I say these women are affluent.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want to look at somebody who got the same house we got, like, a white refrigerator. My God.
That will never get old.
Get you a home.
Child.
Like, I don't want to see that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I always felt about Karen on The Real Housewives of Potomac.
Mm-hmm.
Karen, the moment I saw your kitchen in that whatever kind of house it was definitely $1 million house.
Yeah.
And your cabinets look like the cabinets in my old ass apartment. I ain't really know how to feel about you after that. It really didn't sit well with me because, again, we don't come here to see people who living like we live.
Right.
That ain't what this for.
No.
Go over to Love and Hip Hop with that. Go make a different show for that.
Well, since you brought up Real Housewives of Potomac, Karen and them, girl, they are giving your girl Gizelle the blues this season.
Why? I don't know why.
Child. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. I watched the first episode and I have not watched the episode since of Potomac. Mm-hmm. So
this is the episode. Now, is this the season? Because I haven't watched it either.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the season where Robin was hiding all the stuff about Juan? This
yes.
Is the season we're talking about?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay.
So, they're still on that season. I don't even think they had... Okay. Yeah, I don't even know how many more episodes they have. I think I saw that they may be on episode 12 or something like that. So they still got a few...
to watch it. I just can never bring myself... I probably can watch Potomac more than I can watch Atlanta, though.
Yeah, and I've watched every season of Potomac. I have not watched every season of Atlanta, especially since Nene left. I have not watched...
I quit on them when Nene left.
Yeah. So I do need to get caught up on Potomac, but... they're coming at Gizelle, like these blogs and everything. So I guess the first thing is the colorism thing. You know, they always have this thing about her and Robin, you know, being the Green Eye Bandits. They're very colorist and everything, you know, and we talked about that
Why? But I want to know why. Do you mean colorist because they hang together, or
that's what I'm
have
thinking.
they made comments about, oh, well, we're lighter, we're better?
They've
like,
never.
what is that?
From what I've heard, they've never made, and nobody's reported that they've ever made a comment.
I don't think they've ever made a comment, but I think it's our complex of color. When
That's what I was going to say.
Light-skinned women together, I think we automatically, and I'm saying this as a person who got a pinch of color. Got a pinch. You ain't got none.
And
I just got a little pinch.
Right.
And I'm saying, I think when people see two light-skinned women together, it's like, oh, they think they're better than because they light.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But I don't think Robin and Gizelle are like that.
I don't think so either. I don't get that. And what they're mainly saying is the colorist thing is that they're always like trying to come at Wendy and Candace, you know, because they're two dark-skinned women.
But they're not attacking them on the basis of their color.
Thank you. So it's like, why?
Wendy's an asshole.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
She is.
And Gizelle and Wendy are sorority sisters, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so, yeah.
I'm almost positive that Gizelle and Wendy are sorority. So I don't think it has anything to do with, can we just be, so now you brought me here. You sat me at this table.
Okay.
I used to love Wendy her first season.
Me too, yeah. I was finally.
Loved her because she was firm in the fact that she was educated, and it was not about her body.
Right.
Or like, it was not about like, baby, I'm smart. My brain comes in the room before anything comes. Like,
she didn't have to say nothing.
No. And I love that. And she could read a bitch down because look, baby, y'all all dumber than me. Like, and I love that she rode that mantle. I loved it. When she came back that next season and started doing all that shit to her body, I was like, you fell for the trap.
Yep. They started talking about her husband having an affair. And it's like, if y'all know it's not true, why are you feeding into it?
Okay, but then you came and got your body done. And I have listen, if that's what you do, that's absolutely fine. But it was the way that you started to sexualize yourself.
Right.
And there is where I had a problem with it.
I mean, you want to... Go ahead.
No, just because you cannot come in the door and fight for women to be looked at a certain way. You are a professor, you are this, you are that. And then you turn around and you basically tore your own image down. Yeah, you became everything that you were, that you didn't even have to speak on it. We knew that you weren't that type of person, that you did not carry yourself that way. Asshole. She's playing the game. It almost feels like because you have, and I hate to say this, but a lot of people who start to work on their body they get this way. Like, oh, now because I look a certain way, you turn into a bitch. That's true. It's true. Why do you do that? I don't understand. So is this really who you are? Like, yeah, is this who you were the entire time? And this is really who you wanted to be, but you didn't think you quote unquote had the look for it. But now that you are, I guess, secure in your look, well, hell, I thought you were secure in the way that you looked before. And I never even paid any attention to Wendy's body. Like, because you didn't have to, because she was beautiful and sexy without even having to, just because of her personality and her intelligence and just the confidence that she had. That was it. It just really confused me. And then it's like season after season, after she had that surgery, it's like she became the biggest asshole. And it was like, Wendy, why are you acting like this? Yeah. So now they're picking on me because I'm dark skinned. And nobody has ever said anything about anybody's skin color on that show. Never. That's what I'm just like, where did that come from? It's like, so Candace is annoying and a trip, and she's a shit starter. But so just because she's brown skinned and her and
Robin or her and Gizelle get into it, or her and Ashley get into it, that means that they're colorist?
Girl,
We got some soul searching to do in this community. We really do. Ooh, but yeah, I just thought that was interesting. I was just like, wow. Oh, and
it's
they're
that
also
thing like the girl said about the people always talk about. I don't think they call it a ugly tax, but I think like a pretty tax. How
mm-hmm.
people, yeah, there's a privilege to being attractive,
Of
but there's
course.
also a disadvantage to being attractive
Mm-hmm.
because when you are attractive, people have a misconception of you that is simply not true.
Yeah.
I have a best friend who is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, well, I know for certain that people have that misconception about her.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're so pretty, people don't think they can approach you.
Right.
Because you're so beautiful, people think that you're stuck up. She is nothing like that. But these are the things that people create in their own heads
Mm-hmm.
about people.
Yeah. It's true. I mean,
Yeah, that's what it is.
I've experienced it like when people have, like there have been people who have come up to me, like after we got cool and everything, or after we talked, and they said, you know what, I didn't know if I would really like you because, you're light skinned, quiet ass, I don't trust y'all. I was like, okay.
And it'd be crazy
I'd just be like, wow.
to like bring my color into this.
That's the first thing that you always bring up. Hey, high yellow. Hey, light skin. How do you think that makes light skinned people feel? It ain't a compliment because we know you're not coming from a good place.
I mean, so now we here too. I even noticed it. Now, of course, I think over the years I've gotten a little browner.
Mm-hmm.
I have a very serious complex. I do two things, and so I always want to make my makeup darker than what my skin is.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, I get very much ridiculed by my friends about this. Even my emoji, like that little brown skin emoji I be putting up, they're like, "You do know that you're not that color, right? Like, you need to say that. You do know that's not you."
Girl, I get the blues from my hand emojis all the time. They're like, you need to go up a shade.
Right. Like, you are aware, and I'm not aware. And at this point, I'm just going to accept the fact that I see myself different than, especially when it comes to skin color.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember being younger and feeling privileged to be light.
Mm-hmm. Especially when we grew up. I mean, honestly, yeah.
Yeah. I could feel that being light skinned was a different feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember at some point as a young child, and I'm talking 12, that around that age, I can remember not wanting to get darker.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean stuff silly like not wanting to put my arm, remember how you used to put your arm on the door? You'd roll the window down and you put your arm out on the door. Like, I didn't want to get any darker than I was. You didn't want
that sun hitting it at all.
And then I know that it was definitely because I knew that lighter people got treated better.
Mm.
I have a very dark-skinned father.
Mm-hmm.
I think that whole side of my family is dark-skinned now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you would look at me and know that.
Right. Yeah, same. Yeah, my dad, my biological dad is dark-skinned.
Yeah, my father is very dark-skinned. I have one or two sisters that might be the same color as me, but everyone else is brown skin, beautiful, beautiful brown skin sisters and brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother is high yellow.
Mm-hmm. Same.
And so of course Nene was friends too. So,
right, ain't that something?
It all makes sense. But I can remember, feeling like I didn't want to be no darker.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to. And that's a terrible thing, as a child.
Yeah.
I was a little kid. I can remember feeling like this.
Right.
Because kids are not stupid.
No.
I can see that people got treated differently, you know, when they were dark. You could hear people say, you know, shut your black ass up. And it's like, but they wasn't meaning like Negro black.
Right.
They meant like your color black.
Yeah, your skin color, yep.
And it's like, you know, as an adult, I don't say that anymore.
Oh, no.
You know.
Because you understand what it really meant.
I said it then because
I don't think I ever said it.
It was kind of cringy to hear people say it. You know, I can remember being in high school and it was kind of cringy to hear boys say it about certain girls. Like, man, I nobody like her black ass. And I'd be like,
I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody we went to school with. I can't remember who this dude was. He may not even been someone we were cool with, but he said something like, I think we were in the gym. I remember this. I just can't remember who it was, but he said something about someone who was dark-skinned, some dark-skinned girl, and he said, oh, I don't do them dark bunnies or something like that. And it was just like, damn. And he felt comfortable saying it around me, and there was probably some other light-skinned people there too, you know, or lighter people. You know,
because again, they treat light skin like it's a privilege, like it's a superiority thing. Like, oh, you're better, so I can say it around you because you're better than them.
Right. Yep.
Oh, this just made me sad.
It does. It really does. And when you look back on it, it's just like when you're in it, you don't think about it. You know, like when we were growing up and stuff like that, it's like, you know, but it's just like, it's not, you don't think of it as a big deal.
And I think my closest confidants are dark skinned.
Mine too.
Beautiful dark skinned women. Like,
same.
You know, Brittany is dark skinned.
Yeah.
You know, Ashley is dark skinned. Gorgeous. Yeah. You know. But it saddens me that we can't see beauty past color.
And that just says so much about us.
Like, that's the thing. You know. But this is why I complain so much. And I really need to zone in my focus on who do I write to, who do I make this known to, that we need to really start focusing. I understand that there was this, I don't know when it wasn't supposed to be a push for interracial couples to be on TV. I don't know when that started. And what I mean by on TV, I mean in advertising.
Right.
It seems like, because now that we know that, what was I watching? And they will put an interracial couple in, I think it's like a hidden level of advertisement.
Oh yeah, most things are.
You're talking about a product at Lowe's. Why is the couple white and black?
Right. Exactly.
It's like a sneaky thing that they seem to be trying to do to put it in your face, like this is what you should be doing.
Oh yeah, it's a marketing scheme.
This is how a couple should look. But what I want people to know is they're not just marketing the product to you. They're marketing a lifestyle to you. And the lifestyle that they're marketing to you is a black man should not be with a black woman.
I mean.
And I know I sound crazy, but just pay attention to the commercials that you see. Even, listen, because they're not just doing it with a black man and a white woman. They're doing it with a black man and an Asian woman, a black man and a Latino woman. Everybody except a black woman.
Yep.
That doesn't seem odd to people.
Right.
So there's something else that they're trying to hone in on. And it's not the product that they're selling to you.
Marketing is one of the most deceptive practices in the world.
I'm telling y'all, you got to wake up and focus on what they're focusing on because they 10 steps ahead.
Always.
Let me show you what I mean. Chip Kelly is the offensive coordinator at Ohio State. I looked at Ronnie and I said, they said Chip Kelly took a $4 million pay cut.
Right.
He was the head coach at UCLA.
Right.
And I told Ronnie, I said, let me show you something. Ryan Day cannot afford to lose another game to Michigan. If Ryan loses to Michigan,
he's out.
Chip Kelly will be the head coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Listen.
They playing chess and we playing checkers. He took that pay cut because he knows for a fact if Ryan loses that game and you lose that game to a black man,
Ooh, again.
he's going to be terminated.
Yes.
Chip knows exactly what he's doing.
Because why would he
And he's
take?
going to probably be making more money at Ohio State than he was at UCLA.
Oh yeah, I mean, coming from being an NFL coach to a big powerhouse, another big powerhouse like UCLA, and then coming to a bigger powerhouse like Ohio State, and you took a pay cut. Yeah, come on now.
He took a $4 million pay cut, and when soon as, because Ronnie had me watching ESPN, but he's not actually watching what's ever on the TV. He's always reading the bottom.
Right.
So
Yeah.
he'll be reading it, and then he'll tell me, like, because I don't be paying attention. He'll be reading it, and then he'll tell me what it says. So he was reading it, and he said, Chip Kelly took a $4 million pay cut to take a job. And I said, I just chuckled.
Yeah.
I said, that's because he's playing chess, and they out here playing checkers. And I'm going to show you why. I knew immediately when he said it. I said, because listen, Ryan can't afford to lose another game to Michigan.
Nope.
He lose this game this year.
Oh, he's out.
He's going to be out of a job.
Because I was surprised he didn't get the boot this year.
I'm surprised too. I said, and guess who knows they're going to be up next for the job? Chip Kelly. He not stupid.
No.
That's why he took the job. I said, and guess what? They probably told him, the athletic director probably told Chip that. Like, we're going to get rid of Ryan anyway.
Yeah. Like his time's
come on over
limited.
here. You take this pay cut. You take this job. But I can guarantee you're going to be the next coach at Ohio State Buckeyes. He was like, shit, we going to Ohio.
Okay. Pack it up. We going from LA to Ohio. Let's go.
Because Ronnie kept saying, because when he said it, like he took a $4 million pay cut. He said, why would he leave California? Like, why would he leave that weather to come to the, and he not even a coach, to be the offensive coordinator? And I chuckled and I said, yeah, because he playing chess. He know what he's doing.
Yep.
He know exactly what he's doing. And I'm going to say the same thing about these commercials and these white folks. They know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
They're not selling the product to you. They're selling the lifestyle to you. Because if you pay attention, 19 times out of 20, a white man in a commercial going to have a white wife.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you can bet your bottom buck on that because they're not selling that lifestyle to them.
But the only time you'll see, and I'm glad you said that because I just thought of it. The only time you'll see a white man with a black wife, you'll see some mixed kids in there. You won't just see the couple. You'll see them high yellow mixed kids with that good hair.
And I'm going to tell you this. And 9 times out of 10, it's going, because now that you said it, I'm thinking about a commercial. I don't know who the company is, but I keep seeing it and they got red on. I don't know if it's Target, but it's a black man who is the dad. The wife is white and they have mixed children around the table with cute hair. I'm telling you, y'all, they not selling you the product. Black men especially, you need to focus.
Yep.
They're not selling the product to you. They're selling you that way of life because Dr. Umar Johnson said something so powerful that I don't know. I mean, I understand that people have an issue with him, but y'all in church, they tell us a thing. You gotta eat the meat and throw the bone away. You gotta listen to what he's telling you.
Right.
See, and this is another way how they get us to throw away our black leaders because they want us to focus on their quote unquote flaws, but they let a whole sexual assault rapist get in the White House.
Listen.
So see, pay attention to how they treat their people with flaws. Because Mel Gibson went on a whole anti-Semitic rant.
In Hollywood. In Hollywood. Damn.
They ain't threw him away. Everybody knew Harvey Weinstein was raping women.
Yep.
I mean, let's keep it real.
Yeah.
Look at how they treat their white men versus how they want us to treat black men who are telling us the truth. Dr. Umar Johnson said something so powerful about Dr. King. He said the black family funded Dr. King's movement. It was black families that was given to the movement. So they knew in order to break the movement, you break up the family.
Yep.
And I don't think y'all understand how powerful that is because you perpetuate it every day when you continue to get in relationships with women who are not Black. And that's not no racist stuff. That's just the truth.
Right.
Why do you think Jewish families encourage Jews to marry other Jews?
Mm-hmm.
It keeps the family strong.
Yep.
It keeps the traditions strong.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're already like predict like scientists and not archaeologists. Yeah, is it archaeologists the ones that do
Or
like
anthropologists.
There you go. Yeah, archaeologists do the little digging. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
anthropologists. They're already predicting that basically, at least in United States and Europe, dark-skinned people are going to be basically non-exempt. Everybody's going to look like me, pretty much. Everybody's going to look like Danielle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, that man on that mountain, when he was giving that Ku Klux Klan speech,
Mm-hmm.
what did he say? Again, eat the meat, throw the bone away. Listen to what the man said. You getting ready to create. He said both races going to be lost.
Yep.
Because you're going to create a race of people. Ain't either way. And what are we doing now? I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just... But see, this is why we still need to talk about history. We still need to speak on it.
Yeah.
I was watching something and they said, what's her name? Beth Ann.
Mm-hmm.
Beth Ann Hardison. You know, her documentary is on Hulu.
Oh, okay.
And she was talking about, oh God, I just lost my train of thought. She was talking about basically, what was we just saying about look at my old ass. I'm getting old, Jesus help me. What were we just saying about what did I just say about the man? And look at you getting just as old as me.
Ain't
this about it?
That he's well, the last thing that you said was that basically that he was saying that the races are going to be exempt. Both races are going to be exempt.
History.
Yeah.
She was saying that, you know, we need to basically keep teaching the young people history.
Mm-hmm.
Because now we at a place where the young people who are in the movement now, they don't want to hear, like they don't accept the struggles that people went through previously.
Right.
It's like, yeah, y'all went through that, but
like, we ain't.
We here now, so who cares?
Yep.
And that's dangerous.
That's why I say history is important. It always is. Because
it is.
Yeah, if you don't know what was before you, then you can't appreciate what you're fighting for. You're just out here just fighting, just to be fighting. You don't understand what it's about.
Mm-hmm. And it's really, really scary.
It is.
So we got time for one more thing.
Okay, you pick it.
I think we should talk about the Grammys.
Let's go.
The Grammys. You go.
Okay. Well, of course I didn't watch, but I do go back and watch the some of the performances, and of course, you know, things that are going around. And I think that, you know, our hero, Jay-Z, just summed up the whole night.
Yep.
That's it.
He did. And like he said, some of y'all don't even deserve to be in them categories.
That's it. That was the line right there.
If we're just being honest.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is this. So I said this to somebody. What y'all are trying to tell me is, since 1999, that no Black woman in the years of Beyonce making music.
That part.
In the years of Aretha Franklin was still making albums.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that says a lot. Whitney Houston was still making music.
Yep.
So y'all are telling me that in the years of these women still putting out quality work, Janet Jackson was still making music.
Mariah Carey, Emancipation of Mimi should have that shouldn't even been a question.
How in the world are y'all telling me that no Black woman has won a Grammy for Best Album, for Album of the Year since 1999?
Listen.
Are y'all getting high down there at the Grammy? In the years of Beyonce making music, I want to say again. So y'all telling me Dangerously in Love shouldn't have won Album of the Year?
Okay.
Is that what y'all saying?
That's what they saying.
Oh.
It's like, and the thing was, like, when he was saying that, I never even thought about it. I was just like, damn. And then it started playing in my head like, okay, at least since she's been out and she, like a solo artist and she's been making all these, winning all these awards and everything, she has the most Grammys. It was like, I knew that, but she's never
not
album of the year. And I mean, it's crazy.
I want to go back and look now.
Yeah, I need to see who the nominees were.
I want to go back and look and see who won.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to go back and see who was winning.
Mm-hmm.
So from 2000 to 2022,
mm-hmm.
I want to know who won.
Yeah.
Because now, but guess what y'all need to do now? Boycott.
Yeah.
Quit going.
Quit
showing up.
Because look, I mean, because that's what happened when hip hop, when rappers back in the day, when they weren't acknowledging, which they need to start doing that shit again, because the hip hop hip hop awards are being given pre-show. That's how. Yeah, it's just like they did. I don't think they did one hip hop award during the show.
Just Killer Mike. That was it.
Yeah.
And I think, but that was for the best album.
Yeah.
I don't think
he won 2 prior. Yeah.
Because he won 3.
Yeah, he won 3. Yep, he won 2 at the pre-show and 1 during the show.
The best rap album.
Right. So it's just like, when they boycotted the Grammys back in the day, then and we then they finally started acknowledging when Jay-Z back in the day, they used to, Rockefeller, when he was with Rockefeller Records, him and Damon, them they didn't even attend the Grammys. Jay-Z didn't, and we talked about it. Jay-Z didn't start attending the Grammys until he got with Beyonce, and that's
right,
his
was
support.
Really going out of support. For
exactly
his wife.
Right.
He wasn't going to go. He was going because my wife is here. My wife is getting an award.
Exactly.
Show up.
Right.
But let me tell you this. Somebody said something, and this is what we don't want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
All the years of y'all skipping the BET Awards where we acknowledge each other, but y'all to come to places like the Grammys, the Billboard Awards,
and be pissed.
Music Awards.
They get so mad.
But y'all didn't want to go where your people was, but you would show up to perform at the Grammys.
Yep.
Guess what? It's time to reverse that. Start going to the BET Awards. Stop going there.
Right.
And somebody need to take over the invites at the BET Awards because they're trash.
It's horrible. I haven't watched that in years. We need the BET Awards. We got the Soul Train Awards. We got the NAACP Awards. There are so many black award shows, and y'all just turn your nose up at them, but be throwing temper tantrums and be ready to go off when you don't get a Grammy. And now we get it. Grammys, American Music Awards, those are when you know that you've made, quote unquote, made it, you're mainstream, you're being accepted, worldwide, everything like that. But if they're not acknowledging you, what the fuck is the purpose?
And hold on, the man who was the CEO of the Grammys, what did he come out and say? I think I sent it to you.
Yeah, I saw it.
He basically said it has nothing to do with charts.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with popularity. It has nothing to do with any of that.
Mm-hmm.
They sit in a room and they listen to the song.
Yep.
They evaluate the music, and it's based on their opinion.
Yeah, that's why there's a select few of people who because Kandi said that she was a part of it at one point.
I looked it up a couple of, what was it, when that year that Pusha T didn't win, and Pusha T's sister was on a rampage. She was like, we need to find who is on the Grammy. I looked it up and I found them.
Yep.
And it is like, it's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a big group.
Who are these people?
And that's who the biggest night in music is.
For the black people that's on there, or for the people who on there, it don't outweigh all the other people that's up there.
No.
So they're not going to pick the black artists. Y'all just need to stop going.
Yeah, just stop going. I mean,
it's just like I say about Kanye. When people do certain things, you got to just cut them off. Like, just stop. Just quit giving it your energy. Don't go. He said what he had to say, and that need to be the last statement from us.
Right, and I'm tired of seeing him on my timeline. It's like, y'all know what he's giving. Just let it go.
He stood on what he said. He meant what he said, and we need to let him be the spokesperson and walk off.
That's it.
Let that be the end of it. I mean, because white people are making all type of think pieces on TikTok. Who is Killer Mike? I don't even know who Killer Mike is, and this is and that. That's how I know y'all need to all go somewhere.
Well, it wasn't just him. It was like some younger black people too, because they were pissed that Travis Scott didn't win. I was like, Travis fucking Scott, get out of here. But that just goes to prove that, no one really, but the thing is, like, it's almost to the point where it's like you can't really blame them too, because it's just like, what are y'all voting on?
Right.
It's just like, of course you're going to think that, this person should have won, especially if you didn't hear. If you're a Travis Scott fan and you listen to his music, you go to his shows, whatever, and you don't even know who Killer Mike is, yeah, of course you're going to think that. But that happens a lot at the Grammys. There have been people who have not even categories of music that we listen to. You listen, like I remember when Norah Jones won, and she was like this big star that one year when I didn't even know who Norah Jones was.
Right.
But it was just like, but obviously she was doing something right. So it's just like, it just proves that, like you said, what the CEO said, it's not about popularity. It's not about
no, they just going based off their opinion.
Exactly, it's just based on an opinion, and you think that is qualifying.
Well, that's why it should mean less and less to you now.
Thank you. That's what I was.
They're not even counting stream. Like they're not counting any of that.
Yeah,
it's just based on what they think is good. Baby, who are they?
Yeah, because if that was the case, then, like if it was based on streams and popularity, people like Drake and Nicki Minaj, they would have so many. They would have so many Grammys, and then you would be tired of that. So it wouldn't even be a question. That, but I think people would look at it more valid because, yes, they are popular. Yes, they are. And even Taylor Swift, we'll give it up to Taylor Swift because Taylor Swift is popular. But so is Beyonce.
But y'all ain't gonna get me to believe that since 1999, again in the year of Beyonce making music, that Taylor Swift should have 4 Album of the Year Grammys and Beyonce should have 0.
Come on,
don't make sense, y'all. That math ain't never gonna math.
It ain't never gonna math. No.
And I don't really profess to be a hella Beyonce fan.
Right.
I like
her music.
Child.
I like watching her shows, but
I like Destiny's Child. I have only purchased Dangerously in Love as an album. And I think somebody for Christmas, my mother bought me the live Sasha Fierce, whatever that.
I Am Sasha Fierce live,
yeah. Tour. I don't really get into like, quote unquote Beyonce music like that.
Right.
But I did love Destiny's Child. And when she married Sean, I automatically accepted her.
That was it.
He is the catalyst, and it was him that made me say, okay, well, there's something good about her.
Right.
But I still think right is right. And again, in the year of Beyonce making music, you're not going to get me to believe that girl deserves 4 and she should not have 1.
Right.
That just don't seem like it make any sense.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Well, get your cousins together, though. That music is your arena. Get them together.
Child, something's going to have to happen, but like you said, just boycott the damn thing because it's not going to change. I mean, the CEO sat up there and told y'all this is what we do.
Stop going, because even when they apologize, don't go.
No.
Make them sweat for 2 more years after they apologize. Accept their apology and still don't show up.
Exactly.
Still keep refusing to perform.
Yeah.
So we can let them see how dry it is without us.
And how the ratings go down. Yeah, because people who are pissed are still watching the whole show.
But see, we ain't going to never boycott. This is why we was born in this generation. And the people who was born in the bus boycott generation was born. Because they knew how to get shit done.
Exactly.
And we don't.
They didn't give a damn.
Just that on that, because we couldn't get y'all to stop watching football.
I mean, that part.
So I gave up on y'all then, honestly.
Yeah.
Because that didn't even require any physical, just nothing.
No.
They had to walk to work. We couldn't get y'all to turn the TV off.
Thought y'all were going to die without it. I heard them guys talking about it at work. I ain't never going to stop watching football. That's my only, what do you say? That's my only escape or something like, just stuff like that. I'm just like, dude.
You should pick up a book and read it.
I mean, let's talk about it. That's a whole nother show, girl.
Nobody never said don't check the scores. We said don't turn the TV on.
Oh, because I was still following the Giants and the Browns,
Absolutely.
like, so, but I wasn't watching.
Every week Ronnie watched the game. My dog is ass. Because he turn it off either.
Yeah. Neither did my stepdad and them. They did not turn off those games at all. And I was just like, okay.
Yep.
But steady
I
complaining.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now it's time to say goodbye to all our Negro friends. And the non-Negroes too. We like y'all too.
Yeah.
Well, we hope that something was said that made you laugh, made you cackle, and made you think about, am I crazy?
Yeah.
Because you might be.
You might be.
And we want you always to check us out at girl_you-know-what on Instagram, at DannieBSpeaks, and at Wellness and Women. Until next time, have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.